25 bullet capabilities of the enemy after next ongoing worldwide technological evolutions, economic trends, bullet potential nature of farther term warfare. The bots, Borgs, and humans welcome you to 2025 AD. This presentation based on Futures Work for with USAF NWV USAF 2025 National Research Council Army after next ACOM Joint Futures SSG of the CNO Australian DODMRO, DSBDARPA, SBCCOMDA, AFSOC, EB, OCIA, SDIC, LM, IDAPL, ONA, SEALS ONA, FBI, AWCSSINSAP, SOCOM, CNOMSIC, TRADOC, QDRNGIC, JWAC, NAIC, JFCOM, TCOMSAC Lent, OTW. This presentation is meant to incite thought. Discussion is based in all cases upon existing data, trends, analyses, technologies, e.g., no pixie dust, provides in some cases a somewhat broader view of prospective developments and issues. Utilization application of 2025 plus projections, inputs to future warfighting concepts development, enemy after next and blue, inputs to new procurement decision, 15 plus years to produce, 40 plus years in inventory, heads up, for intel community, watches and warnings, inputs to DoD R&D planning. Going in assumptions, bullet politics can does change overnight. e.g. Russia, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, etc. Potential capabilities is the future warfare issue, not who but what. Need to plan differently. World is in the throes of triple exponential, IT bio-nano, technological revolutions, changes occurring at scales of months, instead of decades. Zero order potential effects upon defense offense equipment ops through it. Spaceship Earth, the crew are plundering the ship's supplies, tinkering with the temperature and life support controls, still looking for the instruction manual, engaging in bloody skirmishes in every corner of the vessel, increasing the size of the crew by 2 million per week. Criolla, humans have taken over and vastly shortened evolution. Bullet of the planet, global warming, pollution, deforestation, huge public work, e.g. Three Gorges Dam. Bullet of the human species, genomic design and repair, mind, children, Morevk. Bullet products, life forms, cross-species, molecular breeding, directed evolution, Maxigen, etc. Currently, bullet order of 70% of world's research conducted outside of US, to first order, a percent of GDP. US produces order of 18% of world's GDP, bullet order of 70% of US research now commercial, as opposed to government-sponsored. Nanotechnology research, bullet 29% in Europe, bullet 28% in Japan, bullet 27% in US, bullet 16% other s. Technological ages of humankind, bullet hunter-killer groups, million, BO10K BC, bullet agriculture, 10K BO 1800 AD, bullet industrial, 1800-1950, bullet IT, 1950-2020, bullet bio-nano, 2020, bullet virtual, hunter-gatherer, nature-provided, agriculture-controlled, nature, plants, animals, industrial mechanized agriculture, IT bio-nano, automate the industry, agriculture, virtual robotization of IT bio-nano industry, agriculture. Key future technologies, all highly synergistic, at the frontiers of the small, in a feeding frenzy off each other. Bullet IT silicon, bio-optical, quantum, nanocomputing, no end in sight. Another 10.6 plus, virtual reality, holographic, immersive, ubiquitous core-EMS, hyperspectral sensors, virtual presence, automatic, robotic, everything, huge cost reductions. Bullet bio, lifespan doubling, genetic engineering, before birth plants irrigated by seawater, food, petrochem feedstock, minerals, terraforming. Bullet nanocarbon, nanotubes, 600x strength to weight of steel, assemblers, living factories, huge cost reductions. Worldwide IT revolution, bullet comms, computing, sensors, electronics, bullet US commercial IT R&D $100 billion year, bullet factor of 1 million, further improvement, silicon, molecular, quantum, J5IO, optical, bullet beyond human AI, bullet automatic robotics, in the large, bullet immersive multisensory VR, holodecks, bullet ubiquitous multiphysics, hyperspectral sensors, land, sea, airspace, bullet micro nanosats, GNC sensors, etc. Worldwide impacts of ongoing revolution upon society, bullet telecommuting, bullet teleshopping, bullet teleentertainment, bullet teletravel, bullet teleeducation, bullet telemedicine, bullet telecommerce, bullet telepolitics, bullet telesocialization. IT status 10 times 10 to the 6th improvements in computing since 59, 10 times 10 to the 8th further possible next 30 years, 10 times 10 to the third provides better than human capabilities. 100 million telecommuters worldwide NOW, expected to at least double in 15 years. India graduates 3 times more software engineers than the US. More software written in Bangalore than Southern CA. IW effectively constitutes a fourth WMD. 701. Summit. Predictions: quantum computing initially available in 5 years. 15% of all power today is used by computers, will reach 60% by 2010. Wearable, implantable, on-person electronics, comms, computing, sensory augmentation, health monitoring, brain stimulation, AI, and beyond. Computing human brain characteristics, capabilities. Bullet: 100 billion neurons. Bullet: 100 trillion connections. Bullet: 200 calculations second. Slow speed of neural circuitry. Bullet: 20 million billion calculations second. Bullet: excellent at parallel computing, pattern recognition, poor at sequential thinking. Bullet: operates via random tries. Machine capabilities. Bullet: currently 10,000 billion calculations second. 100,000 billion by 2004. By 2010, 20 million billion is available. By 2025. On a PC. Bullet: by 2030, PC has collective computing power of a town full of human minds. U.S. Human Brain Project begun in early 90s, funded by 16 organizations across 5 agencies: NIH, NSF, DoD, NASA, DOE, aka Neuroinformatics, intersection of neuroscience and informatics, exploding field. 10,000 individual presentations at annual meeting of Society for Neuroscience, from molecular geneticists to cognitive psychologists, determining detailed neuroanatomy of human brain. Digital Brain Atlas. Use of IT to study brain. Use of brain info to aid IDAI, aka Creativity Machine. AHA. Creative Agent. Bullet. Current AI. Best bet. Not a rule-based expert system. Bullet. Generates new ideas, concepts via starving a trained neural net of meaningful inputs, forcing it to dream. 7. Kalitadi. Create new concepts, etc. An attendant neural net used to capture, record, evaluate and report on these writings. In this worldwide economy, our ability to create wealth is not bounded by physical limits, resources, but by our ability to come up with new ideas. However, even universal wealth will not obviate the other causes of warfare, which include politics, faith, religion, megalomania and territorial disputes. Global problems. Solutions. Bullet. Serious problems. Energy. 2. Water. 2. Food. 2. Land. 2. Population growth. 1. Wealth generation. 1. Pollution warming. 2. Killer AP solutions. 1. Motivational inexpensive web-based asynchronous distance learning. 2. Biomass food via seawater irrigation in current wastelands. Inexpensive motivational asynchronous web-based distance education enables. Bullet. Demise of the U.S. underclasses. Bullet. Wealth creation from enabled invention. Bullet. Stabilization of world population. Bullet. Even more rapid technology diffusion. Bullet. Equalization of haves and have-nots. Bullet. Altered political military outlooks worldwide. I changes everything. Motivational Learner Web-based asynchronous distance LEARNING pound paragraph only method of providing requisite improved educational breadth, depth, quality, responsiveness to shifting global economic warfare requirements, accelerated increase in knowledge at orders of magnitude. 1. Reduced societal individual cost. 2. Increased convenience accessibility. By 2025, 40% of private and 15% of public colleges and universities are expected to close due to web-based competition. A Northern VA businessman recently donated $100M to set up a free Ivy League class online university. The ultimate education approach: plug-and-play direct silicon, or other such device connection to brain. Very rapid uploads. Education in minutes instead of many years. Advantages of shallow sea desert production of biomass via seawater irrigation. Closed CO2 cycle obviates global warming. Food. Petrochemical feedstock materials, clothing, etc. Energy and reliance on Middle East. Terraforming. Alter desertification, etc. Preservation, production of freshwater. Rich mineral source, seawater. Utilization of wastelands, Sahara, etc. Probable circa 2025 societal changes. Much increased lifespan. Bio. Solution to energy water warming. Bio. Far more global distribution of technology, education, economics, wealth, IT. Tremendous increases in capability of automatic robotic everythings. IT bio-nano, resulting in reduced tensions associated with have-nots, and historical religious issues, also resulting in greatly increased individual destructive power, bio, IW, etc., and general societal disaffection, WRT, machines. Major emerging law enforcement issues. Privacy, ubiquitous micro-nano sensors. IT net crime, wide spectrum. Biocrime, binary pathogens, genetics. Protection of human electronic implants. Protection of COMUS, beyond terrorism. Societal disaffection, upheaval caused by rapid technological change. Road rage, psychosomatic illnesses, withdrawal. Of particular concern, uncontrollable self-replication of brilliant robots, IT, nanoreplicators, rampant recombinant bio. Current competitive landscape. U.S. produces only 18% of world's GDP. Minus 70% of research conducted offshore. $400 billion year trade deficit. 32 other nations devote a larger percent of their GDP to research. Fifth and no of R&D personnel labor unit. 3% savings rate versus 30% in Asia. 13th out of 30 student math science scores. 0. 025 20 QQ 015 and 015 less than D. 0 CO 0 0 0 10 5. An emerging multipolar economic world 1995 1 2020 low growth OECD scenarios 2020 high growth source OECD. The World in 2020, p. 92. Biorevolution applications, PHR animals, drugs, spare parts, fast-growing plants on near sea surface and seawater irrigated plants for biomass energy, closed CO2 cycle, polymer growing plants. Spider genes in goats allow spider silk spinning from goat milk for biosteel. 3.5x strength of aramid fibers for armor. Binary bioweaponry. Examples: confluence of IT bio-nano. Brain of a sea lamprey inserted connected to body of a robotic fish. an initial cyborg. Bullet. Choo-Choo, a flesh plant-eating robot that hunts, biodigests natural foods to live off the land. Carbon nanotube 0.000.000. Buckminster fullerene carbon 100x strength, 1/6 weight of steel, 8x better armor, low energy molecular petaflop computing, 10 usage, ultra capacitor, high temperature. Revolutionary power generation storage opportunities. Bullet ultra capacitors. Bullet ADV. Fuel cells, e.g. lithium water air. Bullet HEDM, e.g. solid H2, isomers, antimatter, etc. Bullet ADV.PV 50%. Bullet room temperature SCSMES issues. 701. Bullet C nanotube storage of H2, non-CRYO. Bullet offshore methane hydrate. Bullet black light power. Bullet LENR. Bullet ZPE. Freeform fabrication powder wire metallurgy using robotic magnetically steered electron beams to create accreting local melt grow instead of CUT. No fasteners. No strong backs for fasteners, nearly infinite fatigue life. Excellent metallurgy, repairable metals at lower weight than far more expensive composites. Aluminum vortex combustor, micro-powdered aluminum fed into a vortex combustor, burns. Seawater provides AIP with high energy density efficiency for inexpensive SS with near SSN perf. Transoceanic UUVs would allow enemy after next to affordably threaten CONUS via multitudinous and short time off light pop-ups. Sample new sensors. Bullet LiDAR W 50% efficiency via SC optical amplifiers. Also femtosecond lasers. Bullet MOLEC biosensors. Bullet nanotags. Bullet smart card sensors. Bullet sensors implanted during MNOF./servicing. Bullet nano IR 10 × 10⁻⁶ sensitivity. Bullet smart dust. Smart dust cubic or less combined sensors, comms and power floats and air currents, nanotags placed on everything everywhere, identification and status info, co-opted insects. Some explosive smart dust opportunities, optimal positioning of explosive dust, air explosives, formation of explosive lenses, infiltration of deeply buried other such targets, a mechanical analog to micron-sized mechanized dust which is distributed as an aerosol and inhaled into the lungs. Dust mechanically bores into lung tissue and executes various pathological missions. A wholly new class of weaponry which is legal. Givens, now too soon. Bullet GB data transfer rates. Optical comms. Bullet petaflop plus computing. Bullet exceptional AI from bioinformatics, biomimetics. Bullet wonder whose ubiquitous land, sea, airspace, multiphysics, hyperspectral sensor swarms. Military, commercial, scientific. Bullet survival requires dispersion, size reduction and concealment. Bullet robotic swarm technologies, primarily commercial, endemic worldwide. Agreed upon assumptions. Combat in 2025. Bullet proliferation of TBMs, IT, precision strike targeting, ubiquitous microsensors, combo spoofing, robotics, biomunitions, logistic assets highly vulnerable in or out of theater. Bullet in and near theater ports, airfields possibly unusable. Bullet beam weapons increasingly prevalent. Range payload similar to TBM at fraction of the cost and far greater accuracy. Bullet 75,000 in inventory of 75 countries. 130 different versions produced in 19 countries. 10 exporting countries. Bullet German VL cruise killed 5,000. Injured 40,000. Bullet LO launchable, anywhere from anything, highly maneuverable, bullet, then year costs potentially reduced to 10K 25K, warhead, S de jour to hour, heat carbon fibers EMP submunition CNB volumetric, NERPV UAV, or UUV is a potential cruise missile. 50 countries have UAVs. Bullet, low cost and ready availability of requisite technology components essentially ensure the enemy after next will have inventory field hordes of very capable, easily concealed, very difficult and expensive to counter accurate cruise missiles with a potential devil's brew of warheads. Volumetric weaponry, alternatives to HE, bullet, EMP, bullet, Infonet Warfare, bullet, miniature brilliant sensor mine combos, bullet, fuel air and dust air thermobergs, bullet, RF, bullet, CAN bio antifunctionals antifunna, bullet, isomers, strain bond energy release, etc., carbon fibers and blades, acoustics, etc. Anti-personnel MWRF weaponry, heating, high power requirements, surface effects, brain interactions, low frequency modulation. Effects of low power microwaves, U.S. Army, Shri, Walter Reed, bullet, behavioral performance decrements, bullet, seizures, bullet, gross alteration in brain function, bullet, 30% to 100% increases in brain blood flow, bullet, lethality interactions between low power, microwatts per square, cm, /.4 to 3 GHz MW and brain function. Often, fingerprintless bioarchipelago, bullet, bacteriological, bullet, viruses, bullet, prions, bullet, parasites, bullet, fungi, bullet, carcinogens, bullet, toxins, bullet, hormones regulators. Future strategic issues. 701 fatal to disabling short to long time scales anti-flora-fauna functional direct and undetectable binary natural genomic biohacking. Some interesting, then year BW possibilities of aflatoxin, natural, parts per billion, carcinogen airborne varieties of Ebola, Lassa, etc. Binary agents distributed via imported products, vitamins, clothing, food, genomically, individual societal, targeted pathogens. Long-term fingerprintless campaign, as opposed to shock and awe, BW, PRN, existing biocalmata VEE, Venezuelan equine encephalitis, bullet, ideal and cap. BW agent, bullet, weaponized by US and USSR in 50s, 60s, bullet, easily transmitted via aerosol, bullet, highly infectious, low fatality rate, bullet, 1 to 5 day incubation, 3-week recovery, bullet, tested on humans, Operation White Coat, bullet, no treatment available. Frontiers of rapidly growing genomic in situ, bio on the battlefield, bullet, sustainment, food, water, soil, air, purif, energy, HC, H2, PV, meds, health, computing, clothing greatly reduces, logistics tail and enhances capabilities, lethality capabilities, enhancement, armor, concealment, living commo, sensors, FOFID bioweaponry, anti-personnel functional, bio, virus into biocomputer explosives, e.g. N2 fixation, grow overnight. What is apparently legal microwave RF antifunctional and anti-personnel weaponry, chemical antifunctional weaponry, chemical, psychological effects via sensory organs weaponry, e.g. smell, chemical personnel incapacitation weaponry, non-warfare, e.g. hostage terrorism only, PSYWAR acoustic weaponry, mechanical microdust. future non-nuclear explosives for volumetric weapons of mass effect, metastable interstitial composite, MIC Cubans, order of 6x TNT, fuel-air/dust-air, explosives order of 15x TNT, strain bomb energy release, SBER, order of 100x TNT, hafnium, metastable isomers order of 1000 to 100,000 x TNT, atomic boron, carbon, hydrogen, high energy density materials, HEDM, power, explosives, propellants, bullet, tetrahedralin, ISP, black right pointing pointer, 600 plus sec, bullet, atomic boron, C, H, ISP, black right pointing pointer, 600 plus sec, bullet, metastable He, ISP, black right pointing pointer, 1500 seconds, bullet, metallic Hertz, ISP, black right pointing pointer, 2000 seconds, bullet, isomers, black right pointing pointer, low 5x TNT, bullet, antimatter, LENRs. Transoceanic UAVs current capability, less than 9829 pounds, 2,000 miles, 1.5 gals. Fuel O1 Transpac, 5,000 miles, provides capability for undetectable ultra-inexpensive swarms against COMUS interesting, precision, payloads. ISR Smart Dust Explosive Target, explode hazmat trucks, chem, plants, oil storage refineries, etc. Biodispensers, anti-people, things, plants. IWEMP Brilliant Miniature Sensor, Mine Combos, CNTs, power lines, wire blade, blast wave accelerator, global precision strike, on the cheap, no barrel, 200-foot notched rails, sequentially detonated distributed He, Mach 21 or less as desired, up to 3,000 pounds. Base anywhere, $200 LB if projectile, excellent stealth, no plume, affordability, ferocity, reaction time, survivability, recallability, effectiveness, being worked at Aberdeen and NASA, MSFC for lofting of fuel and nanosets. Future strategic issues, 701. Slingotron for global precision strike, bullet, LO kilograms projectiles, up to thousands minute 1 global, or less, range, $20 million device, 80-minute diameter, bullet, mechanical, on the ground, propulsion via gyrating spiral guide tube, a multiple, hula hoop, bullet, poor man's, global precision strike, takedown weapon. Then year targeting connectivity etc. Bullet, military overhead systems. Bullet, ubiquitous commercial overhead systems. Bullet, scientific overhead systems in the context of INEXP. Reconstitution via micro nanosats, optical comms, GPS etc. Ubiquitous INEXP. UAV hail adjuncts. Example, potential, competitor, military, SURVEIANCE intelligence targeting damage assessment, utilization of international scientific, global change programs assets, bullet, extensive increasing international assets, land-based, ship, aircraft, conventional hail, spacecraft dedicated to measuring, on a global scale, details of land, atmospheric, ice, ocean, biostatus, dynamics, to understand total Earth system and effects of humans on the global environment. Extensive, magnificent, often redundant wide coverage and detailed instrumentation suite. Imaging radars, SARS, LIDARS, radar altimeters, laser altimeters, radiometers, scatterometers, spectrometers, IR sensors, magnetometers, etc. Bullet, terabytes plus of data archived readily publicly available, increasingly in near real time. Bullet, sample measurements include 3, HCI, NO, N02, N20, CO, CH2, HN03, C02, H2O, aerosols, wind speed vector profile, S, vegetation type, temperature profile, S, humidity profile, S, soil moisture composition, snow cover depth moisture content, cloud surface reflectance, sea ice type coverage temperature, ocean temperature, S/sediments/topography/salinity/currents, magnetic field, S, surface emissivities reflectance, leaf area index, land topography/use/temperature/cover, ice sheet elevation topography gravity field gradients, fires extension temperature, 3D cloud distributions temperatures ice content, pressure distribution, S, ocean wave heights period, S direction, S. Then year. Global targeting capabilities are given. Major issues. LEGS-V range for increasingly miniaturized affordable payload systems. Bullet range enhancement approaches. Air breathing or water breathing. To first order doubles range initial boost for cruise. Allied blast wave accelerator. HEDM fuels. Atomic boron. Carbon. Isomers, etc. Drag reduction. Wave friction drag due to lift, increased, DIA. Hypersonic maneuvering boost glide. Summary major influences of IT bio-nano upon future warfare. Bullet ubiquitous miniaturized network multiphysics. Hyperspectral sensors. Bullet robotics automatics. In the large, bullet long-range precision strike targeting, bullet infonet warfare, bullet mini-micro-nanosats, cruise, UAVs, bullet binary bioweaponry, bullet miniature ubiquitous, smart mines. Increasingly critical human limitations downsides. Bullet large, bullet heavy, bullet tender, bullet slow, physically, mentally, bullet require huge logistic train. SI humans have rapidly decreasing to negative, value added, saves lives, enhances affordability, redefines risk threat environment. Enhances effectiveness. Unattended munitions sensors platforms. Bullet air, UAVs. Bullet sea, UUVs. Bullet land, UGVs. Logistics spoofing obscurance RSTA, including NBC. Defense, across the board including counter-recon ambush. Offense obstacle breaching. The shooter, especially MOUT. Mine clearing. Emerging characteristics of robotic systems, enabled by ongoing IT revolutions. Comms sensors computation miniaturization. Bullet from expert systems toward AI and beyond. Bullet much more reactive than humans. Greatly increased tempo. Bullet greatly improved hyperspectral sensors data fusion. Bullet greatly improved accuracy and lethality. Bullet greatly improved affordability miniaturization. Bullet redefines risk. Minimal casualties. Salute CNN. Syndrome. Bullet greatly reduced logistics. 2. Flavors traditional AI rule-based experiential behavior-based, neural nets other, soft computing. Combination of these is current, best bet, per Morevk, to produce artificial cyber life, which will possibly to probably be sentient but will not be anthropomorphic. Evolution of computer power cost. MIPS-PCRS-LFLFLO IWI-AGRA.IRTJ brain power leakage lint per SIDOO of computer 1900 1920 1948 so A.UNLCCL .-ILN12:N Modro out 20 year. What is beyond robotic systems? Sensors, platforms, weapons, munitions, robotic automatic greater than autonomous warfare. Computer capability will exist, beyond teraflop, to do, AT, or better? Required connectivity is a given. Competitor capabilities tempo sidelines the innate inadequacies of human interactions. Education conscious decision timelines little to no troops. Black right pointing pointer. Acme Warfare Limited. Flat hierarchy. Black right pointing pointer. Demisive. Main in the chair. HE level. Soft sciences. Human aspects. Boundary conditions. Sociological, humanitarian, political, environmental, religious, psychological, economics, etc. Extent scale. Projected effects Y damage S. Personnel attrition. General to specific J. Non-explosive warfare IWIOPSYWAR. In the large anti-functionals MW-CAM biomicromechanical anti-personnel MWRF. Micromechanical, natural warfare, bullet sensors. Utilize in situ plants, animals, insects as sensor platforms, instruments to indicate presence, movement characteristics, bullet, weapons, munitions. Utilize animals, e.g. urban rats, insects as delivery systems, munitions, feeding, swarming, biting, poisoning. Utilize in situ explosive destructive capability, e.g. offshore methane hydrate, dams, etc. Characteristics future emerging sensors, munitions, AV platforms, bullet inexpensive, bullet NUMEROUSTO-hordes/clouds/S swarms, bullet small light ubiquitous, bullet readily available, largely tech, bullet long range, bullet volumetric or precise, bullet both explosive and non-explosive, bullet smart to brilliant. Potential future orders of magnitude increases in overall weapon effectiveness, availability at orders of magnitude, reduced cost S bullet biochem molec nanocomputing E6 bullet ubiquitous optical comms E4 bullet micro nano ubiquitous sensors E4 bullet bioweaponry EN bullet cooperative swarms of cheap small weapons sensors E4 bullet volumetric weaponry E4 bullet cyber artificial life beyond AI E major anti-US asymmetries, bullet long increasingly vulnerable logistics chain, bullet long undefendable coastline, especially against underwater threats. 1 sensitivity to casualties, greatly enhanced by the CNN syndrome, bullet vulnerabilities to terrorism, especially IT, bio, bullet increasing over-reliance upon vulnerable overhead assets. Potential en route logistic vulnerabilities. Logistics surface ships and aircraft are non-low and undefended, could be targeted and detrited inside the continental shelf by eggs, subsurface floating encapsulated missiles implanted by freighters SSR, SS, Torps missiles, SubSam, transoceanic UUVs, UAVs, USVs, blast wave accelerator cruise, TBMs, mines. Fundamental problem with future U.S. power projection, EAN, can have country-sized magazines filled with hordes of inexpensive precision strike munitions. Area denial. U.S. forces run out of bullets and die. Beam weapons not panacea. Inexpensive workarounds available. Deep water subs with large loadout. Swimming weaponry only survivable. Close-in platform. Sampling of TBM cruise missile payloads derived from extensive worldwide ICBM IRBM RV Cold War defensive offensive studies over some 3 decades. Bullet decoys, anti-sensor, bullet ablative sublime encodings, thermal, laser MW protection, bullet fluid injection, laser protection, bullet weight modification, S, anti-sensor, bullet electronic optical shielding, MW protection, bullet, RAM RAS shaping, anti-sensor, e.g., current efforts involving beam weapons, laser, MW, kills of undefended, unpenetrated, dumb, incoming not realistic. Potential workarounds for beam weapon effects on missile sensors, comms, off-board sensors, networked, everywhere, on everything, optical comms, optical fluidic computing, optical GPS. Example, Veneer, direct CONUS attack capabilities, -80% of CONUS population infrastructure within 50 miles of a coastline, bullet, INEXP. Transoceanic UUVs, UAV cruise, bullet, INEXP. Blast wave accelerators, bullet, INEXP. Infonet War, bullet, INEXP. Inshore AIPSS, Minestorps SLCM, bullet, INEXP. Binary bio into food supply, bullet, INEXP. Semi-submerged missile, eggs, bullet, INEXP. Trojan horse, civilian systems, above in addition to ICBM TBM. Unconventional, NUC delivery, bullet, sink a ship offshore, detonate to produce tidal waves with radioactive spume, bullet, transcontinental UAVs, UUVs, nano, AI, bullet, balance with GPS sport, shoots, bullet, ganged micro-rockets, LMIT, bullet, Trojan horse everything, ships, boats, planes, cars, trucks, packages, cargo, containers. Targeted effects include tidal waves, EMP, earthquakes, radiation, blast. Civilian IW examples CONUS, bullet, national banking system computers 3 sites nodes, EMPIWCB, attack buildings, power, software, hardware, interruptions in national international payment system irrecoverable, bullet, railroads 4 sites. Attack options as above, all freight cars networked, everyone on, just in time. No reserves, stockpiles, takes down auto industry, power grid, chicken, farms, all movements of war materials, etc. The revolutionary size capability cost warfighting Spiral 1 commercial electronics GNC comms sensors, much smaller, cheaper, better, allows 2 IO and precision, reduces wrecked munition size and numbers much, leads to 3 small, light, deadly, inexpensive munitions. 4, which reduces requisite platform size, cost. 5, which is reduced still further by, also enabled, automatic robotics, uninhabited. 6, combined with much lighter, cheaper level materials fabrication for structure and energetics, Propel warhead yields cheap warfare. And then there is nano future warfare, on the cheap, bullet, Infonet warfare, bullet, binary bio, anti-functional / fauna, bullet, non-lethals, bullet, miniature brilliant sensor mines, bullet, micro nanosats, bullet, LO long leg precision UUVs, UAVs cruise, bullet, INEXP. /superb /survivability ISR comms, bullet, blast wave accelerator, Veneer, peer competitors, peer competitor no longer defined by megatonnage of obsolescent industrial age steel and aluminum artifacts. The drastically reduced entry investment enabled by warfare on the cheap ensures almost any nation or sizable organization can be a very worrisome military, pure. Some interesting possibilities: surreptitious nano tagging, with MW interrogation of everything everyone, imprinted during manufacture, maintenance, etc. Detonation of offshore seabed methane hydrate deposits to produce tactical strategic level tidal waves against littoral regions. Demise of stealth by ubiquitous multi-static, multi-physics sensors operated on take a vote. Anti-access, bullet, mines, bullet, horde swarms. country-sized/dispersed magazines of small inexpensive brilliant cruise UAVs, micro-rockets, BWA Slingotron projectiles, UUVs, e.g. RPGs on jet skis, bullet, Tyvanets, bullet, at Trite, Take-Up 3/8 and APODS, SPODS, bullet, EMP, IWIO, bullet, TBM cruise HPM lasers, bullet, the sensor web. Counters to U.S. information dominance, EMP, conventional, isomers, other HEDM, NUC, jammers, in the large, FRI, MW, lasers, blow-up, anti-sensor, various, include D&D, software, subvert, deception, decimation, Trojan, and horse viruses, etc. Other IOIW, chaos, excite circuit nonlinearities, PSYWAR. Counter U.S. logistics, take out pre-positioned everything, ubiquitous, nano-inexpensive multi-physics, hyperspectral land, sea, airspace, military, scientific, commercial sensors, nanotags, aka the sensor web, target at Trite logistic air-sea lift over continental shelf via brilliant minds, cruise, UAVs, UUVs, TBMs, micro-missiles, preposition semi-submerged missile, eggs, Alvortex SS weaponry, include SubSam, BWA, Slingotron, automatic man-pads and CONUS, via blast, EMP, etc. Small number of military ports, airfields in CONUS, C-17/5/141, RO-RO/other ships, trains inside CONUS are non-OO, undefended. Anti-US RMA, strategies, tactics, threaten bio to force, suit up, degrade effectiveness, keep forces beyond range of short-leg fighters at Trite, JSTARS, AWACS, ABL missile, cows, etc. platforms, miniaturize, disperse everything, no large massed interesting targets, use, hard to degrade, VJAM, optical comms, GPS, operate out of cities, international commercial entities, degrade US, info dominance, machined intel. Automatic warfare, much tighter OUDA loop, faster than human ops, exploit, CNN syndrome, sync carrier, S via, swarm attacks, capture, torture Americans in living color on prime time, terror attacks within CONUS, binary bio, critical infrastructure, takedown, IOIW, EMP, RF against brain, etc. Serious Psy-war, collateral damage, exploitation, etc. The key technologies, bullet, freeform, point of use, fabrication, bullet, beyond silicon computing, quantum, optical, bio, nano, molec, bullet, optical comms, nav, bullet, nanosensors, tags, materials, bots, GNC, bullet, HEDM, explosives and propellants, nanopowders, cubans, SBER, isomers, LENR, THERMOBARICS, FS lasers, 4th GENNUCS, bullet, anti-personnel/material, binary, bio, MW, bullet, robotics, machine intelligence, bullet, miniaturized, brilliant, lightweight, low-power/inexpensive, swarms of everything, SATS, weapons, robots, sensors, mines, etc. Fundamental military issues, metrics, bullet, affordability, warfare on the cheap, bullet, survivability, can see everything, anything you can see you can kill, bullet, effectiveness, lethality of precision and volumetric weaponry, i.e., simultaneous ongoing revolutions in all three of the major warfare metrics. Given the superb ubiquitous worldwide sensor suites and precision strike capabilities, then the following will not be survivable: bullet APODS bullet runways, bullet surface ships, bullet manned logistic combat aircraft, bullet manned logistic combat ground vehicles due to their size and multi-physics signatures. Concerning current farther-term U.S. defense strategic studies, bullet almost wholly dedicated to concentrated on offensive operations, DOO, across the board, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, OSD, bullet, apparent, wholly inadequate consideration of defensive conus, especially from short time of flight and shore undersea attack defense of the offensive forces, especially in terms of the enemy after next capabilities definitization and response, their to defense of the logistics assets, especially out of theater. Typical scenario, takedown of U.S. by 10 people and less than $10 million, bullet, binary bio, via, imported vitamins, clothing, etc. Food supply, bullet, terabio, e.g. aflatoxin, bullet, IW, usual, plus physical against key nodes such as railroads take down the economy, bullet, selective anti-personnel RFMW, towers, bullet, water supply contamination via intercontinental UAVs accompanied by Sirius, PSYWAR. Trends summary teal everything U.S. just one of the crowd economically, warfare on the cheap. Many potential peers warfare increasingly robotic survivable affordable power projection via deep water subs and blast wave accelerators CONUS and logistics defense increasingly worrisome. From U.S. Commission on National Security 21st Century, bullet, it will soon be possible to connect human brain cells to silicon chips, bullet, due to IT technology we will witness the death of distance, bullet, more than 2/3 of the satellites are foreign-owned, bullet, large-scale missile attacks will be able to overwhelm defensive systems, bullet, development of genetically engineered pathogens that will forward our biodetection defense measures cycles. Circa 2025, bullet, machines as creative, smart as humans, robotics, the norm, bullet, zeroth order, war stopper, binary bio intonations agri-food distrib. System, every home foxhole, bullet, next level of concern, ubiquitous cheap micro to nano everything, sensors, munitions, weapons swarms hordes, bullet, battlefield attrition CNN syndrome forces U.S. Army to look act like SOCOM. Suggested major U.S. future 2025 warfare issues, bullet, CONUS defense requirement, S4, potential approaches, bullet, logistics defense protection, in out of theater, 1 survivability effectiveness of U.S. forces on near the killing ground in an era of affordable ubiquitous multi-physics hyperspectral sensors, precision strike, volumetric weaponry, swarms and hardened munitions, non-explosive warfare, Psy-war, bio-war IT net war, anti-operability war, beam weaponry including RF, spoofing camo, bullet, robotic warfare, in the large eye better than human AI, cyber life, bullet, alternative power projection approaches, e.g., deep water depth sphere, blast wave accelerator, etc. Future, power projection, bullet, humans, hold instead of take ground, going after, sanitization, bullet, sanitization via IW War global reach, guns, BWA Slingatron, deep water large loadout subs W, Swarmans, robotic everything W volumetric weaponry, non-explosive warfare, becomes THE only survivable human strike force, Army Marines forced to become SOF-like bullet, increasingly the overseas FBI to counter the increasingly capable IOBIOWMD and horrific destructive power of individuals and groups. Bullet ops involve increasingly difficult to deal with omnipresent omniphysics sensor ID suites. Few to no exploitable interstices for covert clandestine work. THE challenge. Defense against the then-year multitudinous conventional and unconventional delivery methods for volumetric and precision munitions is essentially neither doable nor affordable. Bullet suggested national defense approaches. Work technology, intel, diplomacy, SOCOM for detection, interdiction, deflection of the pre-delivery phases, causes of war, motivational and decision processes, design and construction, test. Work and advertise a really effective retribution to deter delivery. Al-Hamidi. Changing who other hunting-gatherer grounds, agricultural farmlands, industrial natural resources, IT bionam sabtal dsrptm strategic issues. 701 of warfare TRI high ban as professor. Armais maslu hand had thrown mech /ch on. Everyone IT by debus. RMA planning, shortfalls, NPS, bullet, indications of the innovative paths adversaries might take or how they might adapt technologies from the civilian world, being worked in the technical war games, bullet, the path from today's systems and capabilities to those hypothesized for the future, 2020 plus. What is needed is a, then-year, -2030 serious holistic vision of warfare changes resulting from the ongoing IT bio-nano virtual technological revolutions. Bullet such does not exist. Bumper sticker attempts extant. All are agreed. Warfare will become increasingly robotic and probably more affordable. Swarms of sensor shooters are given. Bullet. A longer-term vision of these changes would enable mapping from the present. Not at all clear how to get there from here, as do not know where there is. War between mass armies weighed down with Baroque equipment has become a third world sport. The advanced world, too vulnerable to survive a war of attrition or mass destruction, must learn to conduct its affairs by the rapier, by the threat or use of small specialized forces exploiting high tempo and strategic surprise. R.E. Simpkin, Race to the Swift, 1985. In the second half of the 1900s, nuclear biowarfare was unthinkable. In the first half of the 2000s, conventional warfare may become so deadly effective as to become unthinkable. Killer APS available to mitigate the causes of war. Approaches to counter and group individual deployment of IOBIOWMD prevention. Universal inexpensive web-based outlook. Biomass via seawater irrigation discovery, all source intel fusion AI analysis preemption retribution SOF. Foreign. Usual reactions to this presentation. Bullet is in the too hard box. Bullet not being done yet by anyone, therefore, will not be done. One, they would not do that. We have to hope they would not do that. Bullet, why go there? Cannot defend against it. Some disbelief, but agreement there is too much there to disregard.
Bye.